Your attention is on the peace and silence. Deep inside your consciousness, only God is there, Brahman is there. Outside, there's a dance, song, music, husband, wife, kids are there. See, when you see something, oh, there's a light reflection here. Then there's a light, you see that, that goes, light goes, this is disappears. Similarly, who is the light? Atma is the light. Where attention goes, there's silence. You can't see the light there. So attention again and again has to go from the reflection to original. Okay.
When everything is peaceful, all this will happen. Turbulence. Somebody chose
See, please understand. Your question is when everything is peaceful, things are fine. Correct, no? When everything is peaceful, everything is fine. That question is fine. Okay. So now, when you are peaceful, do the practice. Then when you are disturbed, the practice will come, help you. So have you heard of this Yuddha Kala Shastra Abhyasa? What is Yuddha Kala Shastra Abhyasa? Last minute preparation. Not by what we do, no? Examination time, we go and prepare. Okay. So examination time preparation will not help you. Your preparation should happen when there's no examination. Life has turbulences. You have to be prepared for turbulences before the turbulence comes. Then turbulence time you'll be able to practice. Understand? So I am a musician. I'll practice when I'm giving kacheri. Is it possible? Huh? That's what you're asking. When turbulence comes, how to handle it? You have to practice music when you're not doing kacheri. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, Seva. That's your practice. That will help you to become peaceful when disturbance comes. Satsanga. Okay. So now, if you ask, what do I handle in turbulence? You don't handle anything. Whatever practice you have done, it will come there. If you say, I will practice during that time, it won't possible. It's like this now. Every day I go to gym. Why do I go to gym? To become healthy. Right? So that when I'm unhealthy also, I'll be able to maintain my condition. No, I will go to gym only when I'm unhealthy. Then what will happen? You can't do anything.
It's like Ayurveda.
Ayurveda. It's a preventive medicine, not curative. Lifestyle. So when Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, Seva becomes your lifestyle, everything will be able to handle peacefully. Is it clear? No, your last thought becomes your next life, right? No. At the last thought, I'll think of the right thing, things of God name. How it is possible now? How you have lived your life, that's your last thought. It's a summary of the last thought, right? It's like somebody is going to examination, student. Okay. So examination, a person who has studied throughout the life, throughout all the time properly, he'll write properly all answers. Because his preparation helps him to write face that 1 hour. Preparation is done all 1 year is prepared. So how you spend your life is your preparation, either for death or turbulences in life. If you are prepared well, things will be fine. The problem is we don't prepare. We want solution only when the problem is the fire is there. That doesn't work. Is the answer clear? If you are again and again able to go back to peace every day, then turbulence also will be peaceful. I mean, it doesn't mean the problem will be solved, but you will be peaceful inside. Okay. So any other questions?
Same thing for AVS sessions. Prepare ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. Confident ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು we can conduct the session. ಏನು ಹೋಗದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ will not be able. That satisfaction also is not.
You will not be there.
No, you feel so
incomplete, right?
Job not well done.
So how you live life is how you die. How you live your life is how you face situations in life.
One more thing, as Prabhuji said, ABC class is 1 month. The first class, what we started from Atmavichara. Today, when we do Manana, there's a lot of difference.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the stages of Manana, as I said. Every day it is different.
Yeah.
Every minute it is different.
Because your mind is your intellect is maturing, right? So the intellect has become subtle and mature. As it becomes subtle and mature, you'll be able to more and more subtle things, sukshma. Others will be seeing gross. Okay. Any other questions?
Pure intellect and pure mind. Chitta Shuddhi and pure intellect. Difference in
Chitta Shuddhi and pure intellect, what is the difference? So the question is, what is the difference between the pure intellect and Chitta Shuddhi? See, we have mind and intellect. Intellect should be the master. The mind should be controlled by the intellect. The mind is focusing on the outer thoughts, feelings, emotions, desires, right? So now, the mind is a store of habit patterns. Okay. So let us say, I'll give you an example. I have diabetic. I eat sugar. The desire comes from the mind. Okay. Intellect says, don't eat sugar. The mind will still, because of habit pattern, I'm going to eat. The intellect should be the master, the mind should listen. But it doesn't listen. It has its own habit patterns, its own desires. The moment you see sweet, I want to put in mouth. The moment somebody sees alcohol, he has to put in mouth. Doctor says your liver will be bad damage. Doesn't matter. It's mind. Intellect says, many times it says, don't do it. But mind will still do it. Okay. So intellect is the master, mind is the slave. Correct? So now, the mind purification means all your desires in the mind, all those things starts coming down. Mind starts coming down. Turbulence in the mind comes down. That's called Chitta Shuddhi. Right? If the mind is turbulent, then how will you understand anything? Right? So let us say somebody sitting in the class, student, any physics student, chemistry, his mind is going somewhere, movie, football, cricket. Okay. Then nothing goes into the head, intellect. So the mind has to be calm and mind has to be focused on teaching. So that is called Chitta Shuddhi, primary. Mind. How the purification of mind happens? By seva, by upasana, karma yoga, upasana. Mind will become silent and focused. Then intellect, something can go into the head, otherwise into the head it will not go. Now the purity of the mind is called Chitta Shuddhi. Mind becomes silent and calm, undisturbed. Then intellect, something can go into the head, like a student can focus on the studies now, jnana. Because Atma is not a new subject, new addition there. It is making the intellect sharp to distinguish Atma and Anatma, and Anitya. Atma, the intellect, at least mind has to be silent first. Purification of mind, followed by clarity of the intellect. Now, the clarity of the intellect is not about physics clarity, mathematics clarity. Here, Atma, Anatma, Viveka, Nitya, Nitya, Viveka. Who am I? So their inquiry, intellect should be sharp and clean. That's called Jnana. The purity of the mind, the clarity of the intellect will lead to Atma. Okay? So, clarity of the intellect is more of a discrimination ability. What is right? What is Nitya? What is Anitya? What is Atma? What is Anatma? For purity of the mind, Viveka is required. Dharma, Dharma, Viveka is required. What should I practice in life? How should I do karma yoga? Dharma, Dharma, Viveka has to be there in the intellect to make the mind Chitta Shuddhi. Nitya, Nitya, Viveka is required to realize the self, Atma Dharma. Okay. Any questions? ಮೈಂಡ್ ಇಂಟೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು.
ಅಂತಃಕರಣ ಶುದ್ಧಿ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರವನ್ನು ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಮರ್ಜ್ ಆದಾಗ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ.
ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಸಲ್. ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ ಇಸ್ ಆತ್ಮ, ದಿ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಇಂಟೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಜ್ಞಾನ in the ಕಾರಣ ಶರೀರ has to go. Then
this body will not go in such any other body.
Body never goes. Jiva goes. No, Jiva travels. So Karana Adnana is gone. No, causal Adnana is gone. No, I'm separate from anything is gone. When I'm not separate from anything, how will I travel? Yeah.
Intellect ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಕೇಳದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದಂಗೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಸಾಲಿ ಜಿಲೇಬಿ ಕೊಡಿ.
ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಸಾಲಿ
ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಸಾಲಿ ಜಿಲೇಬಿ
ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಂಟೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್
ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ. ಸೊ ದುರ್ಯೋಧನ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ comes and tells Duryodhana, you are doing anyaya, wrong. Duryodhana says, what to do, Krishna? I also studied in Gurukula. My guru has told me what is dharma, what is adharma. I know very well dharma and adharma, but my mind doesn't listen. No, what to do? Samskara. Understand? Impressions. Say somebody has made a habit of drinking alcohol every day. Now his liver is not okay. Still he can't get out of that because mind is forcing him.
Not that he doesn't know about the.
He knows what is effect.
Whoever takes all these, they know very well what is the
correct effect.
Like he said, diabetes, this is not good.
ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಸಾಯದ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ.
It is ruled by ahankara.
Ahankara. No. Ahankara means I am so and so. Definition. Okay. Aham so and so is a definition called ahankara. Self-identity. Right? Self-identity is there. Then your behavior will change. So what do you think I am? You see, who am I? Okay. Like that you'll say. Behavior. But what habit patterns you create will become printed in the mind. Samskara. So samskara shuddhi is also required now. Mind has to become calm. Otherwise, Jnana you'll get. See, Jnana you'll get. You will Brahman. How can you be Brahman? I have so many bad habits. So your mind will be split. Right? So already you are Brahman. Nothing, there's no problem. Aren't you Atma? But your problem is your lower samskaras are overriding it. That's why in earlier days, in Gurukula system, initially only Karma Yoga is taught. Okay, 16 years of Karma Yoga is the primary. Anashuddhi. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ.
LKG, UKG.
ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರು ಸಹ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಠ ಕಲಿತಿದ್ದೆ ನಿಶ್ಚಯ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಸಹ ಅಧರ್ಮದ ದಾರಿ ನಡೀತಾನಲ್ಲ, ಅದು is due to ಪ್ರಾರಬ್ಧ ಅಂತ.
The mind driving the Atma. Mind driving the intellect.
That is due to ಪ್ರಾರಬ್ಧ.
No. Prarabdha, so you should not confuse Prarabdha with Purushartha. So we are actually many times we are confusing Prarabdha with Purushartha. Okay, Prarabdha is what happens in your life. Purushartha is how you act or react to that. Okay, so what happens to your life, there's no control. Tomorrow there's corona, you don't have control. Tomorrow there's a war, you don't have control. Tomorrow you lose money, there's no control. Or tomorrow you gain name and fame, you don't have control. It comes from the world. That's called Prarabdha. That's called what happens to your life. What happens to your life you don't control, no. Because so much, anything can happen in the world and it can affect you. Right? So you write examination. So examiner may be drunk or examiner may not be validating properly and gives a wrong mark. You don't have control. Only studies under your control. So what happens to your life is called Prarabdha. How you act or react to that is called Purushartha. If you react from your base sanskaras, then the prarabdha will continue. If you act based on act consciously, who am I? Try to move towards consciousness. You're gradually progressively being free from the prarabdha. So what you do, or you act or react, is called Purushartha. Purushartha is individual, prarabdha is universal. But prarabdha, nobody creates prarabdha for you. Your karma is coming in the form of prarabdha to you. It is self-created only. Right? Now how you react to that is Purushartha. If you accept it, okay, this is what I have created, it's come to me, you are peaceful. You are not blaming anybody. Purushartha is what you do. It's under your control. Door open. So, prarabdha is what happens in your life. Purushartha is how you handle it. So now, all Purusharthas cannot be handled properly. Some Purusharthas we can handle. Somebody has a fever. Corona is there in the city. Control. Fever comes to you is a prarabdha. Okay. Then how do you act? Somebody, oh, I have got corona, he gets afraid and he dies of heart attack. And I have one of my known person got a corona at the first wave. So the report, he went to this thing. He got a suspicion that he has and he died of the heart attack. Okay. Corona didn't kill him. He died of the heart attack. He didn't exercise Purushartha. So exercise Purushartha means, okay, corona has come. Let me do what to do. I'll go to the doctor. Okay. Take a treatment. That's how exercise your Purushartha. So the doctor will use a medicine. You take a treatment. Okay. You can change your prarabdha to some extent. Some prarabdha is hard. You can't change. Right? Some prarabdha 20% change can be. Some 30%, 50%, 70%. Some prarabdha 0% change you can do. So same person who goes to doctor, he gets a corona treatment, he becomes all right. Another person gets a corona and he goes to doctor. Doctor says, very difficult. Now you have to put in ventilator. You may survive or not. Right? That prarabdha cannot be changed. You have to accept it. What you can, that's why the principle is change what you can, accept what you can't. Okay. So have you understood the difference? Always in our life, we should work towards what I can change. Situations are not under our control. The family, funds, circumstances, anything is not under our control. No? That's the problem. So including your parents. Why did you born with those parents? Now you should have born in a billionaire's family. What would have control? Why should you have this nose? No, you should have a nose, beautiful nose. Prarabdha. You have to accept it. That prarabdha cannot be changed. Maybe nowadays you can then cut a nose and put a nose also. Plastic.
The plastic nose is your prarabdha.
Purushartha. Okay. So any questions?
With the divine energy, we can change the hard, whatever hard prarabdhas we have. We can change. Is it possible?
If it's changeable, it's called Purushartha. There are some things which are not changeable. So death is there. How can you change the death? Anybody who was born die. So with the divine also, it can't change. Laws of the universe, laws of the universe. Right? Prarabdha, which is hard prarabdha, is because you have done some karma, which cannot be changed. It has come to you. What to do? For example, one prarabdha is you are born in some family. No matter what you do, you can't change it. Correct? So with born in family, you have certain genetic makeup, some intelligence, all those things are there. Can you change it? I'll get a new nose, I'll get a new brain. Not possible. It's a prarabdha, hard prarabdha. Even divine energy cannot change it. How will you change it?
Next coming future can be
How? I mean, I'm just saying prarabdha, you have to understand there's a hard prarabdha and soft prarabdha. Right? Hard prarabdha is you are born in a family, a poor family. Can you change it now? No, I should have been born in a rich man family. You can't change it. It's hard prarabdha. Because you are born in a family of certain nose. No, I should have a different type of some eyes. No, I should have different eyes. Not possible. It's hard prarabdha. Purusha, prarabdha, other prarabdha comes in circumstances. Somebody you lose some 100 rupees or 1,000 rupees you lose. That's a prarabdha. Then you can cry all your life. Or you can say, okay, 1,000 rupees gone, let me earn some more. So you can work towards that. Right? That can be changed. Suppose somebody loses 10 crores. What will he do? He may not be able to earn 10 crores. Okay, I'll earn 1 crore and accept it. No, I can't earn 10 crores. I'll lose, commit myself suicide. That's also, he is exercising Purushadha, but to commit suicide. Right? You have heard of one very big businessman in Bangalore. A big coffee shops, right? Okay, where is that? So much of money is there. So much of money, if anybody is there, will be very happy. So, but he has a big loan also. So instead of repaying the loan, committed suicide. In fact, some land is sold, probably the loan have been cleared. So Purushartha is not excited. What to do? Prarabdha is there. Prarabdha is loan. Purushartha is how to clear it. Right? Different people take prarabdha in different way. Very recently, 1 week back, I heard a situation. 1 week back, I went to my chartered accountant. Okay. He said, I have very bad news today. One of my clients committed a suicide. Oh, what? I mean, somebody commits a suicide in the chartered accountant office. Chartered accountant. That means he has financially in trouble. Oh, is your client in financial trouble? No. He's very strong financial. Then why did he commit suicide? Because of financial trouble. He has no financial trouble, but he committed suicide because how is it possible? No problem, but still problem is there. So then I asked him. He said that particular client has 30 crores bank balance. How much? 30 crores. Okay. One daughter and son is there. They're married and they're settled, well settled in life. He and his wife are living together. Nothing, no expense. Zero loan. How much? Zero loan. Bank balance is 30 crores. And every month he gets 1.5 lakhs as a rental income for his day-to-day expenditure, monthly expenditure. So now in that situation, how will he be? Huh? How will he be? Right? That guy is worried that he's poor. Huh? Why? Before Corona, his monthly income was 3 lakh profit. 3 lakh profit. Okay, not business. Every month he used to get 3 lakh profit monthly before Corona. Okay. Understand? During Corona, his income fell down. He didn't go into losses. His income went to 50,000 profit. 2.5 lakh profit disappeared. 50,000, no losses, still 50,000 profit. The day Corona started, they got worried. Oh my God, I have become poorer. And he went into mental depression. He went into psychiatric treatment. Okay. So, prarabdha is Corona. Prarabdha is a very good wealth, money. Prarabdha is no liability, zero. But Purushartha is gone. Instead of accepting the prarabdha, living peacefully, this person agitated. Disturbed. I'm telling real case. So every day is worrying. I am becoming poorer by 2.5 lakhs. Okay, per month. And he has so many employees. Okay, he's paying salary, everything. He has not gone to losses. Only his profit has come down. His bank balance is intact, 27 crores. Okay. Then he comes to chartered account office every day. I am becoming poorer. Chartered account says, what is your poorer? Your bank balance and monthly 1.5 lakhs. Your monthly expense is 1.5 lakhs. He's getting monthly this thing. He can't even spend 50,000 per month. That's all. 1 lakh is again savings. Huh? And that guy, and how many old? 51 years old. Okay. And he went into depression, saying that he's becoming poorer. Then one day, the day I went last week, he committed suicide. Okay. Thinking that he's poor. Now, what is poverty is the state of mind. Okay. So imagine you having 27 crore balance, and monthly getting 1.5 lakhs, and no liability. Children are married, then still you are poor. So his prarabdha is very good. Purushartha is very bad. Huh?
ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾಣಿಕ್ಯ ಇದ್ರು ನಾವು ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. We always say this. Sitting on the throne, people are begging.
Begging. This is the situation.
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು.
Okay. So this is a very real situation where prarabdha is very good prarabdha. Okay. But Purushartha is very bad.
We are happy with prarabdha, purushartha, both.
Sayudu Purushartha.
What he is choosing, right?
Situation is prarabdha. Mental conditions because of Purushartha, how you react to the mental condition, situation. Then you can say everything is prarabdha, then you are not a living being, you are a machine. Right? If you say everything is prarabdha, everything is freedom, then you are a machine. Then why are you sitting here?
At the same time,
This is actually the energy is given. See, her question is everything is God because of the God. That's what she's saying. Okay, everything, even a person committing suicide is also because of God's will. See, if you say everything is God's will, then there's nothing called dharma, there's no karma, nothing is there. You live your life accordingly. You have not understood the meaning of this whole thing. Okay? If you misinterpret spiritual life, then the whole life is becoming a mess. And nothing can move without God's will. That's a reality. So if you want to lift your hand, blood should flow, brain should work, oxygen should be there. Entire universe has to cooperate for you lifting your hand. Isn't it? So, is lifting your hand your action or universal action? Tell me. Is God lifted your hand or you lifted your hand? So please understand the nature of action. Individual is not free to do action individually. Universe has to cooperate. Okay. So, can you make a cup of coffee? Okay. Can you make a cup of coffee? Do you make a coffee powder? Do you make milk? Do you make sugar? Do you make fire? No. Then you stir it. Then stirring hand also energy has to come. So now, please understand the nature of coffee. Then you will understand what is jnana. Coffee cannot be made without you. But coffee is not made because of you. Right? Understand? Coffee is not made by you. Coffee is not made because of you. Right? Coffee is made because of the universe. Ishvara. But without you, the coffee cannot happen. So universe and individual have to cooperate. Any action. There's no independent doer. There's a dependent doer. I'm the dependent doer. There are tools, right? So now, if you say God only is making coffee, don't do anything. Let the coffee be ready.
So that is Purushartha. Decision to make coffee is Purushartha.
Your Purushartha has to be exercised to make the coffee. The facility is provided by the Paramatma.
The palette is there.
Right? So it is exactly like sending your child to school. When you send your child to school, you will give the fees, you will give the dress, you will give the food, you will take care of everything for the child. Who is doing that? You, parents. But the child goes to school and goes to the movie, doesn't study. Then what will you do? The facility is provided by you. The exercising is done by the child. The exercising is called Purushartha. Because if you don't provide the facility, child cannot go to school. Just because you have provided the facility, child doesn't have to study. He may study something else. So in that way, universe and individual cooperate. Understand? Universe and individual cooperate in various ways. This is a joint venture. Right? Universe provides the facility, individual provides the exercise in the facility. Exercise in the facility is Purushartha, universe providing the facility is Prarabdha. Prarabdha and Purushartha cooperate. You say you provide the fees to the child, he goes to school, but he doesn't study. He'll go to the movie. Then what will he do? He is exercising Purushartha wrongly. He studies well, gets a rank, he is exercising Purushartha properly. There you cannot control. The God and control and come to you do Purushartha like this, then he becomes a dictator. Then he says everything is a God's problem. No, he gives a freedom. Very clear? This is much clear. So now,
You also give the example of cow which is tied. The radius is the.
That I'll come to that. I'll come to that. All right. So that I'll give example. Come. Okay. Now Prarabdha and Purushartha understand. Prarabdha is a facility which is given to you in a given sense. That is not given randomly because you are past karma. Purushartha is what how you use it. The same facility given to you. Here you this 20 people are sitting. Same 20 people can listen to understand and listen to this and make your life better. Same person, somebody listen properly. Then so Guruji told 1.5 hours, he told how God only is the problem. My problem is solved because problems of God. I'm drinking alcohol because of God. You can say that also. You can use it to blame God also. And there are people who do like that also. Right? Rather than Purushartha, it's interplay. So I'll tell you what is the interplay. The self is there. Self alone is there. The self is called Brahman. S-C-L-F, capital S-C-L-F. Okay. So there's no other. This self appears as a universe. The self is called cosmic self. The self of the universe. Brahman. Ishvara. The cosmic self is Ishvara. Just like individual self, cosmic self is Ishvara. So now cosmic self appears as the universe. Living being and non-living being. And cosmic self appears you also as Jiva. Jiva is SCLF, small SCLF. Big SCLF appears as the universe, small SCLF appears as the Jiva. Right? So now, the big SCLF and small SCLF play a game. Find myself. Find yourself is the game. Hide and seek is the game. The big SCLF, Atma, is hiding you as Jiva. Now the Jiva is trying to find Atma everywhere. That's the game. Okay. That's a treasure hunt. Right? And nowhere you will be able to find. Then ultimately you have to find small SCLF as big SCLF. Jiva you have to find as Atma. That's a big game actually. This is the biggest puzzle created by universe. Understand? So now, then in the game there are certain rules. Right? Without rule, what kind of game is that? Like cricket, there is a game rule. Football, there is a rule. And you have to strictly follow the rule. Rule is just anything. Right? Rule is just there. But rule gives the fun to the game. Without rule, the game is not there. So there is very strict rules in the universe. The big SELF, cosmic self, puts a very strict rules. You cannot violate these rules. And there's a very strict rule how to play the game also. Right? Understand? The strict rules are there. Without rules, there's no game. The game is called Leela, play. Self is playing with itself. Okay, with a strict rule. So now the rules of the game is called dharma. You cannot violate. And how you play is called karma. Dharma and karma is the game. Then what you have to find out? You have to find out yourself. That is the journey of life. Hide and seek. Okay. Almost everybody spends their whole life seeking. They're also seeking. They're seeking the self in the objects. They're seeking the self in the outer world. Finally, seek the self in the self, inner self. Atma with Paramatma. So that is a spiritual journey.
Ade marma.
Ade marma. Right? So that is the secret. Now, this game goes on and on. Self playing with itself. Right? So that is beautifully represented as the child playing with itself. Okay? Child, a young child, right? Very 6 months, 3 months old child. There's nobody to play because there's no other concept. The child will keep on lifting his hand, leg, keep sipping the thumb, right? It's playing with itself. So that's why universe playing with the game is explained in terms of the Bala Mukunda. Vatasya putre, Vatasya patre, Pute shayanam, Balam, Mukundam, Manasa smarami. So the universe is like a child. Okay, it's not like our adults. Universe is very simple like a child. The child will keep on, the Vatasya putre means the child is sleeping on the leaf and playing with the leg, sipping the thumb, looking here and there, right? So the child, universe is simple childlike. Okay, so that child is created this universe for playing purpose, and it plays itself in various ways. It'll go in the forgetting itself, right? Now, when you create the universe, there's a forgetting itself. So it starts playing, earning something, learning something, marriage, divorce, all those things is trying to find itself. It's a puzzle. The puzzle, the answer for the puzzle is simple. You are the answer. No, how to find? I have to find myself. How to find myself? You cannot find yourself. You are the self. Right? Guru will keep on repeating. You are the self. No, I want to find myself. I didn't find myself. How to find yourself? You can find anything else. Right? You want to find yourself as something else, which is not possible. You are the self. How can I be myself? How can I be individual self, be cosmic self? How can it be possible? So this is the puzzle. So this is the play, Leela. Finding the self, SELF, small SELF, finding the bigger self, SELF. So now, in the game, penalty points are there, right? If you do a mistake, there is penalty. If you do well, it will reward points are there. The karma has also papa and punya, penalty points and reward points. Enjoy life. So if you do more penalty points, more your limitation will come down. Gate closes. So more you do, it will be powerful. More punya will get, more reward point you'll get. Right? Finally, you want to find yourself. These reward points are to make you play game well. Come out of the game, it doesn't help. Right? So reward. So you have to have a reward point. This game has a points. So the game has some levels, many levels. So final level is when you find Sadguru. Like the children play the game, addicted to video games, right? Level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7, like that. Level 7 is Atma. Okay. Before coming to Atma, all your games you have played. All life you have played games, right? So what kind of games you have played? Every game you have played. Oh, child, I love you. Husband, I love you. Wife, I love you. What? Who loves whom, yaar? Tell me. I am big name. I am great. All games in your life you have played. So your life is all game only.
So is there level 9 Brahmagnana?
Level 9, level 7 is Brahmadnana. Level 7 is level 9. Okay, what else? Okay. So whole of life is our game only.
ಇವರು ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ.
So in a sense, all of you are playing game only, right? But you're serious, very serious games. Hmm? Very seriously, you're playing games. Okay. So by the time you realize it's a game, already your life is almost done. So this is a game. It's not very serious. Right? So the drama has become very serious for you. That's why I say life is a drama. If you don't understand, it's a trauma.
Rama. You don't understand Rama.
Huh?
Rama.
Drama. All right. So this is what is spiritual journey. Spiritual journey is nothing serious about it. The moment you speak of spiritual journey, very serious. ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಇದು ಎಂಟರ್ಟೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ
ಸದ್ಗುರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೆಲ್ಫಿ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಡೋರೆಲ್ಲ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಂಗ್
ಯಾ ಸೆಲ್ಫಿ ಟು ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಜರ್ನಿ. Right? So this is what is spiritual journey is.
ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ, ಪೇಪರ್ ಓದಲ್ಲ, ನಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡಿದ್ಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಶನಿವಾರ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗುರುಜಿ ಮನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತದ್ದು.
Entertainment program. Guruji is a big joker. Right? So now we'll break for some time for coffee or tea. We'll come back. Stop the live. Here. Live.